Hey guys, Ashley here. So, dusting off the old tripod and seeing where this is going. But I feel like I have been thinking a lot about manifestation. I feel like that's kind of the energy right now of what are you trying to manifest? What am I trying to manifest? And where is this all going? I feel like a lot of unknowns have been coming up in my life, and I'm not one to really enjoy sitting in the unknown. But with that, it's really brought to light this sense of, what do I want? What am I manifesting here? What direction, where is my life going? These actually are pretty tough questions. I don't know why they're so tough. I don't know if it's this sense of, I don't know what I want because I don't want to pick the wrong thing. Is there a wrong thing? I was talking to somebody today about this sense of not only not wanting to choose the wrong thing, but also the sense of you're making a commitment to something, a goal, to a career, or to even, I'll call it just a job. And with that commitment, there is, in a sense, maybe a lack of freedom that I'm afraid of too. If I commit to a job, even seasonally, that's 3 months that is what I do. Makes sense, right? But I think in some ways that kind of scares me, of committing to something, committing to myself. And there's nothing that really seems to want to pull me. There's not like this overwhelming urge to do something, or that I really have to get going on, a creation that wants to be brought to life. There doesn't seem to be that thing. And so I just sit back and wait for that thing to occur. It doesn't seem like it is, though. And so I think what the universe is kind of showing me right now is, this is where free will comes in, of like picking something or picking some things and doing them a couple of times, and realizing that I do want to do this, or that I am enjoying this, or maybe it evolves to something else. But yeah, it's like I keep sitting back and waiting for something to show itself, for my path to be shown to me, for the thing that I'm going to do next to be plopped into my lap. And it's like, sometimes you just got to realize that you are the person doing the plopping. Yeah, we'll go with it. You are the person doing the plopping. You can't wait for somebody to plop it. That's actually a really fun word. Say it a couple times. Plop, plop, plop. But yeah, it's like, you gotta be the plopper. And yeah, maybe you plop the wrong, I'm gonna keep going with this. Maybe you plop the wrong thing in your lap, and oh man, now what? I just wasted my time on something, or my energy, or my money. I think those are my like biggest fears, is like, I'm gonna pick something that I'm pretty excited for and realize maybe I'm terrible at it, or maybe I don't actually really like it. Like a little kid that wants to play an instrument, you get them an instrument, and now they're like, I don't like it. And now you're just like, I just spent all that money. But that's obviously a shadow that just came up. Oh, that's one I get to work through. But either way, it's like recognizing all the reasons why I haven't allowed myself to dabble, because it costs money. And the first couple of times that you do something, it's not going to look great. So in a sense, you're wasting money. But are you really wasting money when you're learning from it? You're learning that this is something I like to do, instead of having it in the vault of possibilities, in the vault of, I'll call it energy wasted, but really it's just sitting there going, is this going to happen? And yeah, as I'm saying all of this, I recognize there is a lot of holdups because of, I'll call it frugality, because of time wasted. It's all like a negative spin. It's interesting how it's never like, I'm afraid to do it because I may enjoy it, or that, that I'm going to learn something from it, or maybe I'll meet somebody who will put me onto another thing that I will love, or I don't know. You notice how it's always like, well, I'm going to waste my time and my resources on something that I'm curious about. So, it's like, it's interesting the things that are coming up around manifestation, because I've told myself for so long, I don't know what I want to manifest. And really, I think when I sit here and think about it, it's that I have a smattering of things that I'd love to attempt, but I've told myself that it would be a waste of my time, resources, energy, and just wait around for the next big thing to happen, that next epiphany of what you're going to do in life. So yeah, like I said, pretty interesting. There's also this sense coming up of like, not only what are you manifesting, what are your goals? What are the things that you're working towards? And it's interesting that I'm talking about this in December. It's like, almost like, what is your next year's goals? And I was never a person to really set goals. What's going to happen is going to happen. What I accomplish is what I accomplish. But, it's maybe that time to really put into being what you want your life to look like, what direction you want to start pointing it in. Like I said, you're the plopper, but you're also the navigator, the director, you're everything. So it's like, I feel like for so long I've been waiting around for divine inspiration, I'll call it, to start leading me somewhere. And instead, it's like starting to take those micro steps, kind of having a general ballpark of where, ballpark idea of where you kind of want your life to go, what you want it to look like, and start heading in that direction. If you've been following my channel since I started it, you know that I was living in my car for probably about 3 months. And recently I came back to the East Coast, around where I live. I'm not back home per se, but I'm general vicinity of home. And I came here to hibernate. I came here to kind of settle, ground myself, and see what starts to come up, because I feel like I've said it before in a recent, is it recent when you haven't done a video in like a month? In a more recent video, about constantly living an inch outside of your comfort zone. It's like, it's not intolerable, but after a while it gets kind of exhausting. And I feel like my last legs right before I left of living in my car, I got to the point of, what do I want my life to look like? Do I want to have it look like where I'm living in my car every day, or at least, maybe at best every week, going, where am I going next? What am I going to do next? What town am I going to go to? Where, hoping to settle in, hoping to find something, community, connection, something that keeps you to an area a little longer. And yeah, I don't know, something was trying to come up there about, again, you're the plopper and you show up to an area hoping that connection will find you, or a reason to stay will find you, but it's like maybe looking for it, maybe applying for that job, maybe taking that leap even though you're not quite sure what is going to happen or where it's going to go or what it's going to lead you to. And maybe it's in the, I'll call it complete opposite of, well, I want to have this promotion at my, business. So what does taking a ballet course have anything to do with it? And you never know. Yeah, so sorry, I keep looking because I put up Christmas lights. So I keep looking over at them. I like the stripy. So anyway, it's like getting back to manifesting. I think for so long I've been too scared to really put what I want out there. Because I don't know. Maybe, I feel like it's not great enough, or it's not where I see my life going, or what I know, not what I know to be comfortable, but like I guess in some ways it's comfortable. I was in medicine for 15 years, and it's like, well, why don't we kind of pull on those threads and get back into something like that? And I know I don't want to. So, but now I don't know what to manifest. I don't know really any other skill set. So it's like all of these things that I feel like I'm too scared to actually sit down with what I want to manifest. Because what if it's not great enough? I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I think one of my biggest fears that I get to sit with is like mediocrity. And maybe I'll make another video on this instead of getting into it, but I feel like I maybe don't know what I want to manifest or what my goals are or what, because they're not maybe big enough, or that they're not going to have as much of an impact that they should, or putting a lot of pressure on myself, my goals, when really it's like manifesting enjoyment and manifesting happiness, manifesting instead of greatness. And I don't know. Anyway, as if any of you have watched any of my other videos, I like to go on tangents. But yeah, so I feel like bringing it all back again, manifestation. It's been a big theme of, I'd say, this month. And what are you trying to manifest? What am I trying to manifest? What are your goals? What are the limiting beliefs behind these goals? What are, I feel like something I thought about was also, how do I explain this? For me, for example, I'll think of something and I'll get so excited, and it's like, I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm totally doing this tomorrow, whatever it is. And by tomorrow, I'm already like starting to talk myself out of it. Well, it's going to cost money. It'd probably be cheaper if I did it further away so that I'm not buying everything right on the line. And what if you screw up? And what if, I say all these things because I was actually, before I left to come to the East Coast, I was like, I'm just going to fly down to Mexico. I've never been, and I'm just going to do it. And I was going to book the tickets 2 days after I thought of this. And by the next day, I was already like, yeah, this isn't happening. I don't know Spanish. I've never been to Mexico. I don't know anybody down there. I don't know, like, I don't know how to change my money over. I know it's like dumb things, right? But it's like I already had myself talked out of it. And coming back to what I was going to ask is like, what is being fulfilled? What deep dark secret or belief, or I don't know what my other or is, but what is being fulfilled? What is being heightened? What is being enhanced by you procrastinating? So like, by me having a goal and already the next day it's like, nope, I'm not doing it. It's like, what is being fulfilled there? Like what feels so good? And I think for me, it's like, okay, I don't know that I can't do it. That sense of change, I can still put it on the shelf as something I'm going to do one day, but I don't want to take it off the shelf and realize, shit, now I got to do something with it, or potentially break it. Like I'm obviously using something fragile for a trip, which, you can't break a trip, but any goal, any dream, I have so many just quick ideas about little things that I think would be so cute or exciting or whatever, but you never take them off the shelf because you don't want to break them. You don't want to find out you can't do them. They're nice sitting up there and they look great, but you don't want to find out that you failed or that it was terrible. It's better from a distance looking at it and realizing that it's maybe one day something you'll get to. But anyway, so I am going to leave you with that. And really, I'm leaving me with that because, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot of stagnation in my life right now. And it's all put there by me. Nobody else. Nothing else. It's not the universe just kind of like surrounding me in stagnation so that, I have to figure how to fight my way out of this paper bag. It's like, no, I have just gotten myself to the point of wanting so much stability, comfort, the opposite of change, so unchange, non-change. I've been manifesting that, if you will. Totally feels right. I've been manifesting stability to the point now where I feel so stagnant. And now it's time to change my manifestation to something, I'll call it a little more daring, but yeah, to some change. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna get going. And it was nice seeing you all again. Holy moly, it's been a hot minute. I'm hoping to get more motivation to do this. Again, stagnant energy is a real thing. And I'm hoping that if I just get myself to do this more frequently and move this energy, and who knows where it's going to go. I think that's another fear of mine, is like that, I don't know, something. But hey, you know what? Who cares where it goes? Because hopefully you all follow me. All right. Peace out. I'll see yous. Here comes Ashley Claus, here comes Ashley Claus, right down Ashley Claus Lane. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There will be more Christmas lights.